Good morning. It's 4:45 now for farming. The question is, how much rain have we gotten and how much more is going to come down? Well, let's check it out. As the push of rain, more than 1/10 of an inch, indicated by anything with color here, is across western Cass County, fanning southwestward across northwestern Ransom into Lemoore and Dickey County, into northern South Dakota, west of Aberdeen, and fanning out into central parts of North Dakota, with the heaviest rain down here along the Missouri River in South Dakota and there between Bismarck and Dickinson. This is the last 24 hours. North Dakota Ag Weather Network's showing till about 4 o'clock this morning, just 1/100th of an inch out at Prosper, but there's about 1/3 of an inch in parts of northern Barnes, southern parts of Steele County, and about 1/10 to 15/100ths out west in the Ransom and Sargent, Lemoore and Dickey counties, and just a couple hundredths, but get out into Benson and out into the Pierce County, out around Rugby. They got 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch in the last 24 hours. The potential for us is greatest here in northwestern Minnesota in the next 24 hours to get some moderate to significant rain. This cold front will push some rainfall amounts of greater than an inch, inch and a half, maybe 2 inches through a lot of southeast North Dakota and northwest Minnesota. So we do have a lot of potential here to get wet this morning. And then things will settle down midday. Sun will come out a little bit anyway, and that'll inspire 80-something like yesterday. Generate some thunderstorms and maybe some pretty intimidating looking clouds. And these isolated thunderstorms are going to be along and ahead of a cold front that will move through overnight tonight. Starting late evening into the early hours of the overnight, cold air surging southward. 20-degree, 25-degree difference between the front and back side of this front will squeeze out most of the available water vapor in the air. And we're going to get some 1.5 to 2 inch amounts. Widespread 1/2 to 1 inch rains here in the overnight hours. And tomorrow, partly sunny, much cooler. Saturday looking dry and cooler. Tomorrow looking windy. Well, again, in the last 12 hours, we've seen a fair amount of rain here in the eastern part of North Dakota. The northern valley, not excused. Pembina County, Cavalier, Towner County, all getting some pretty good rains there. Southeast North Dakota, widespread, mostly light, but occasionally some moderate rain. And moving into just south of Lisbon, down to western parts of Sargent, into eastern parts of Dickey County. A little thunderstorm happening there, nothing severe. Eastern Kansas through central and western Oklahoma into northern Texas. Big rains, flooding rains today. And again, not a whole lot going on out in the western parts of the U.S. in the Intermountain region. And look what some sunshine did for us yesterday. Soil temperatures everywhere surging into the upper 50s to the low to mid 60s. That means corn growing degree days for pretty widespread. Over 200 now. So that's why those corn plants are getting to the 3-4 leaf stage and looking pretty good. 64 Wahpeton, 66 Fergus, 65 Fargo-Moorhead. We've got upper 50s to mid 50s in the northern end of the valley. For the next few days, we expect rain, especially this morning and again overnight tonight. And for the weekend, got a nice little dry stretch coming in. Chance of rain early next week. All right, where are the markets at? We'll bring on Randy Martinson of Progressive Ag in Fargo, and we'll figure out what's going on with the markets this morning next.